Hey, folks, I want to hop on here real quick and do the reversal pattern of the day. Um, if you watch my weekly hypo, I felt like this is where our ultimate goal is for the week. And I marked out several levels on the way down that I felt like were levels of importance. Today, similar to yesterday, we opened with a gap down. We made no effort to fill it, and we started falling out of bed. I was fortunate enough to catch that trade and add to my XFA. Aiming here. Once we got here, we put up a pretty nice reversal pattern. Not it. It didn't give you a lot of opportunities to enter, but if you were, one thing I've been doing that's been helping me, instead of looking for the exact perfect spot to enter, when I see a big aggressive move up like that, just go ahead and jump in with a couple of micros. Leave yourself enough room to where you're not just going to get immediately stopped out. Like, you can get two micros, $200 stop loss. You can give yourself 100 points there. I think 50 points, and that'll usually keep you in the trade. So let's look at this reversal pattern here. The first one, I mean, you really can't take a reversal pattern. To me, I framed out this trade at the beginning of the week, so I was willing to take a short immediately. I think I got in the trade somewhere around here. But the way you can do it with some sort of structure, we pushed down and then we came up and we took this liquidity right here. Okay, so the last down close candle before that run on liquidity is this one right here. That's the one that you could use as your breaker. Okay. And then once we have candle bodies start closing below it, so we had this one close below, you could enter right here. Now that's quite a bit. That's at 50, and then you had this push back up. But you could enter right there. If you waited for it to be respected, you could enter on the way back down here and just hold on freaking tight and aim for that relative equal lows on the daily chart. Once we got there, we double tapped it. Okay. We went down and then we came back up and went down again. ICT's breaker is this one right here. The highest point between the two lows is what he calls his breaker. Right there. And you can see when we came back down, we respected that very nicely. Now, what I've been calling a breaker is the last, in this run down, the last up close candle before the run down. So it would be this one right here. Little bitty guy. And once we have candle bodies start closing above that, and we can start getting fair value gaps, you're good to jump in here. And this is where I was talking about. If you just jumped in with a couple of micros, once we took these highs and we didn't show any sign of reversing, just getting in somewhere, holding on tight again, and just aim for that high right there, you would have been fine for quite a few points. Let's say if you got in right here somewhere, I mean, it was hard to get in. You just have to buy and hold on tight, really. If you were able to get in down here, because there is a tiny little fair value gap, very, very small, but there is one. Okay. So the high of the breaker is right here. And this is that fair value gap. It's so small, it's just a couple of ticks. If I expand out here, it would have been a beautiful entry. But there, I just don't know if I would have had the cojones to take it, being how I knew those lower levels were there. But there's the fair value gap, really, really small. This wick down would have filled you, and you could have made really, really nice money even to these. Let's see how many points that is. From there just to that high, that's 40 points. If you aim for this high, let's see how much that would have been. From there all the way to there, 107 points. And we pretty much, I mean, we came back down. This is the ICT breaker. Came back down to it. You could get in here. The last down, the last up close on the way down would be here. So you could enter here for a push to that high. Either of those would have worked, but it did get pretty choppy after that. But the reversal patterns were definitely there. They're not as clean, and I wasn't in the market for shorts for longs today, or I could have really made some good money on that one. I should have been paying attention. I was just thinking we could go lower, but that's my trading setup 100%. We took out a 4-hour and a daily equal lows and reversed. I should have been taking a long there. I should have, but I didn't. So I left some money on the table. That's it for today. I hope everybody's using this. When you see these, do what I'm doing. Get on your computer after the market closes and look for these reversal patterns every day. Mark them out just like I'm doing. And that will train your brain. When you see them in real time in the market, you're going to be like, that's it. Boom. And don't throw the kitchen sink at it. Small size. Make yourself a little money. Come back again tomorrow. Trade again. That's how you get consistent. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.